Hey everyone, me Kevin here with your stimulus check and stimulus update for late in the day on July 22nd. Let's get started today. Today, I'm really bummed. Harris poll found that only 27% of Americans plan to go trick-or-treating. This is really sad because Lauren and I were planning to dress up as Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi, and we would have had, hands down, the scariest costumes on the block. It would have also scared everyone in our neighborhood into finally clicking the link down below and signing up for life insurance in as little as 5 minutes. Well, there's only one thing worse than not being able to go trick-or-treating because it might be that Halloween gets canceled due to the pandemic. Mitch McConnell's staff updating Republicans on what's coming down the pike. Apparently, what's coming down is a $100 per week proposal for an unemployment boost. This would be extended through December 31st, but this is dramatically down from the $200 boost that we were thinking we were going to get this morning, and it's way down from the $600 boost that we currently have for unemployment pay. To reiterate, the current Republican proposal might cut down the unemployment boost, the PUA boost, the federal PUA boost, from $600 to $100 per week. It seems like things are getting worse around here, not better. And we just got held back and set back to elementary school because now it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. Yesterday we were in middle school. Now we're going back. We're going back to kindergarten. This is so bad. And things are getting so bad that when I take my trash out and I talk to my neighbors across the street, rather than complaining about COVID and being stuck at home, we now shake our heads and just go, Mitch, and we go back inside devastated. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi was interviewed by Jim Cramer today on CNBC. Nancy Pelosi suggested that Republicans might be using this as a starting point for negotiations, but did ask rhetorically, why are Republicans quibbling over whether it's going to be $400 or $600 when at the same time Republicans are more than happy to bail out the business community? Which is something I talk about on this channel all the time. Y'all know it. Y'all know that I'm a big fan of helping you all get assets, build wealth, and create a business or have a side hustle. That's why I have a YouTube course that I'm announcing now. It's in the link down below. It's on pre-sale, so you can create your own side hustle and side business. Because literally every single time this government acts, it's business first, it's real estate first, and it's stocks first. The same thing is true with the Federal Reserve. It seems like everybody else gets screwed and left behind. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi went on to ask, why don't we help the people? She basically said cutting unemployment gives the people who are relying on this money on unemployment massive uncertainty. But when businesses feel uncertain, they get rescued by the government immediately. Regarding a payroll tax cut versus a stimulus check, we have heard various things on this. Both of these options are still on the table. I heard some other suggestions that Republicans are all for a stimulus check, and some other folks have said, no, they're all for a payroll tax cut. This isn't true. Republicans are still tossing around both ideas, and I'm going to give you some versions of these, the latest versions of these, right now. I first, though, want to say that Art Laffer went on Fox News and said, look, it's very simple. If you want more employment, lower taxes on employment. It's simple. If you want to redistribute money, then write a check to people. And Art Laffer, who's honestly quite laughable when he calls the next rounds of potential stimulus checks a, quote, very silly idea, which he said a few days ago in the White House. You kind of wonder if Art Laffer realizes, wait a minute, dude, if businesses can have their employees get a free wage increase funded by the government, what's to stop businesses from just not conducting raises anymore? The government's paying for it after all. It's something to consider. It's really not that simple, Mr. Art. And so here you have Mr. Laughable Laffer telling you it's very simple. You want employment to go up? Just cut the payroll tax. You want to do social welfare? Give stimulus checks. While Art Laffer gives this ridiculous analogy, we find that Bloomberg is reporting that a payroll tax cut could take up to a month to implement. Currently, September 1st has been set as the earliest possible implementation date for a payroll tax cut. That is the opposite of what the White House wants. This is the opposite of what Congress should want. Fast stimulus and fast relief to the people who need it. Now there's also a rumor and by rumor, I mean there are suggestions within the Republican Party, that there might have to be an application process for you to get this payroll tax cut, and that maybe the payroll tax cut would just be limited to your first $50,000 in wages. This does in part make sense because it gives everybody an equal stimulus benefit if you make up to $50,000. And so that way people making like $150,000 or $250,000 aren't getting way more of a benefit, like a lion's share of the benefit, right? And at the same time, Republicans confirmed today that they don't yet have a confirmation number, as in how large will the next stimulus check be. There just appears to be consensus that they are in support of another stimulus check. So, all in all, let's try to tie this together. What could the next bill look like? A stimulus check, possibly with a lower income restriction, is something that we're pretty confident we're going to see. Second, we might see a payroll tax credit that you apply for and you receive for the first portion of your income. We might see some tax credits for businesses and for students, maybe to buy a laptop so you can work from home or study from home. We might also see that $100 paltry boost to the pandemic unemployment assistance payments. At this point, it does seem that cutting and smaller is becoming more popular. Though Republicans at the moment are seeming to agree and circulate that $1 trillion is not enough. They will have a larger package, but the individual pieces that are going in there are starting to sound not so fun and not so great. And this is exactly why I encourage you to get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes via the link down below and get 2 completely free stocks when you sign up for Webull and deposit just $100. You get 2 completely free stocks. Thanks so much for watching this quick evening update. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.